We all know that cancer has become the number one killer of firemen.
You hear cancer, but cancer is always somebody else.
Cancer, heart disease, stroke, and behavioral health. These are the proverbial burning buildings and hostile standoffs our first responders are falling victim to every day.
When you look at the overall prevalence of those, almost each and every one, if they're identified early, can be prevented. And that's compelling.
We're just starting to scratch the surface of some of the things we're exposed to, and that the lag measure is that we find out these things after the damage is done.
This is why it's crucial for LifeScan Wellness Centers to be called onto the scene.
LifeScan Wellness Centers is the nation's largest provider of public safety physicals across the United States. What we've designed is a very comprehensive, integrated early detection exam that is focused on finding very early stages of disease processes to be able to manage them and intervene at the very earliest point so we can actually prevent tragic consequences.
We see over 50,000 firefighters and police officers. 13% of them have a significant condition, but those 13% had early detection. And that is the difference between a standard physical where you wait till you find a sign or symptom and then act, versus early detection and being able to save lives and save them early.
I had no signs and symptoms. I had no reason to go get checked. I had just had another test that said, no, you don't have any cancer.
We absolutely have lives saved from it with our personnel, where significant medical conditions that were not presenting or asymptomatic, hidden, were found. Cancer is the most common one, so we found a good bit of cancer in the organization that has been mitigated. I'm a personal recipient of that.
We've had people that have had brain aneurysms. We have people that have coronary artery disease, that have had blockages that are 95+% that were on the verge of a heart attack. We've had tumors and cancers and all kinds of things that were detected that otherwise would not have been caught early.
We've seen many personnel, their life literally saved and extended.
We've saved our members' lives, and LifeScan, the process has saved their life for a multitude of reasons, whether that be cancer, liver function, internal medicine, skin cancer, hearing loss, eyesight, you name it, things that you normally would think that everybody goes to the doctor and gets taken care of. A lot of people don't. So they depend on this.
The standard occupational physical that has been around for decades and decades does not do enough. We implement enhanced screenings through imaging that's able to see the cancer, is able to look inside the body and see the mass and be able to find it before symptoms.
Most physicians, most practitioners, and most health insurance plans don't cover the kind of diagnostics and, if you will, proactive medicine that LifeScan offers. So it's important that you find those things that are asymptomatic, those things that are life-threatening that people don't even know they have until they become symptomatic, and oftentimes it's too late.
I was diagnosed with testicular cancer, stage 3 testicular cancer, and I've always had an annual medical physical with the fire department, but those previous vendors were not able to detect that.
I had blood cancer essentially, and pretty emotional to think about what if I hadn't been going to regular life scans.
How long under our standard occupational health style of physical would this disease have continued to progress until my treatment and path to recovery would have been much more complicated.
LifeScan caught my cancer, and LifeScan discovered quite a few other problems that I would have never known, would have never been tested for.
And if they're not catching these things in time, then that could be a catastrophe for them. And that's the goal of this, is to make sure that anything that we can catch, we're going to catch. And that's why we do it every year, because something you didn't have the previous year may pop up during your next scan.
Here's how it works. Prior to LifeScan Wellness Centers coming on site to conduct your annual physical, we will coordinate comprehensive blood work to be drawn. We will send our clinical team, consisting of a nurse practitioner, exercise physiologist, and ultrasound technician, to the department's on-site designated location. Our process is simple. We see 9 patients a day, 45 a week. Our physical consists of 3 unique but integrated components: an NFPA 1582 head-to-toe examination, behavioral and health screenings, and a review of all laboratory findings. The second component is the cardiopulmonary assessments, which includes 12 lead stress tests, VO2 max calculations, pulmonary function, and an NFPA 1583 fitness assessments. The third vital component is the ultrasound imaging examination of major arteries, cardiac functional and structural assessment, abdominal organs, testicular and pelvic organs. At the end of your 3-hour physical, the nurse practitioner will review and discuss the stress test results and ultrasound images with recommendations.
It gives somebody a great peace of mind to walk out of there knowing that they've turned me inside out, they've checked everything they can check.
LifeScan makes it very, very easy. They come to us, they set up, they run their own show. All we have to do is send the people in, send the members in, and then the feedback that we get not only from LifeScan is invaluable, but the feedback from our members is invaluable too.
It's been very simple. They provided a professional employee, knowledgeable, they're very friendly. They take the time to interact. You don't just feel like a number, you feel like you're a patient.
It's a very thorough process. I don't know of any process out there that's as thorough as LifeScan is.
At LifeScan Wellness Centers, we have made it our mission to offer the most comprehensive evaluation for early detection on the market. Our focus is the health and wellness of the public safety community, because we are committed to helping protect those that are busy saving the lives of everyone else.
We are dedicated 100% to public safety because it takes such a level of knowledge and sophistication to be able to understand a firefighter and police officer health.
LifeScan is geared toward first responders and public safety. So they're sensitive to the need. So I think that they bring something unique to the table.
I think where LifeScan really has been a game changer is they have provided a proactive footing for the health and wellness of us. It's really a concierge or a custom catered exam to what risk are we exposed to.
They were in tune with what firefighters do and the lifestyle that we have. And so they looked at the medical side of it through that lens.
We can provide all kinds of other employee benefits, and we can do all kinds of things for other people. But really simply, it all comes down to your health. And if you don't have that, then you really don't have anything.
The return on investment for the protection of the health and wellness of our people has been beyond our expectations. It's really one of the best bargains going, I think, in the industry when we're trying to protect our workforce.
LifeScan, it's not about a physical. What really is impactful to us is that person is going to make it to retirement, get to meet their grandchildren, and have a healthy, long life. And that is our motivation.
If I had done LifeScan, I'd be dead.
If I didn't have good comprehensive medical care, attention, and life scans, and very possibly I wouldn't be here on the planet anymore today.
I would have been diagnosed much earlier had I been with LifeScan. So, the event wouldn't have been as traumatic.
There's no doubt that LifeScan saved my life.
So what are you waiting for? Learn more at lifescanwellness.com.